To better understand the implications of what this geological event in northern Ethiopia means, we spoke with David Adede, a geologist and geotechnical expert. This is what he had to say.
What's happening in northern Ethiopia is very interesting because that is a zone that has been dormant for centuries. So it has taken many by surprise that there is some volcanic activities. And it is something that is interesting that should be monitored carefully because normally when an area remains dormant for long, then it starts to behave like that. It's a sign that there's been a buildup of pressure. And it has reached a point where that pressure is now finding some zones of weakness. So it is being released to the surface. So it is something that has a potential to really be significant, and I think it should be monitored carefully. The eruption of the magma, which is a very hot molten rock coming from the surface, from deep beneath the earth onto the surface, and this can be into 1,000 degrees or more. So anything on its way will be incinerated. So it is, and it will be flowing throughout. So it is very devastating to the environment, to the people, and very dangerous. And also, it can be very a big eruption because these could just be some telltale signs that there could be a big eruption that could happen. So if that happens, the area to be affected could be much larger. And also, something that's very dangerous with the volcanicity is the emission of dangerous gases, because these are gases that have been confined under high pressure. And as they are released in the atmosphere, the environment, they can be quite hazardous to humans. So it's very important that people are evacuated and safety is given as much as possible. So besides that, it's important to just keep having a close monitoring of the situation so that we can know to what extent this volcanicity can happen. It is good to have an understanding of the entire geological setup. Volcanic activity and tremors are related in the sense that they are all, they can be as a result of earth movements. So when we have masses of land moving, then that's recorded as an earthquake, and in the process, it creates a zone of weakness that through which volcanicity happens. The magma comes to the surface. Ethiopia is dissected by the great East African Rift Valley, and the Rift Valley is formed by the two plates moving apart. So what that does is that there is a release of tension or pressure every time the plates are moving apart, and this results to earthquakes. There are a lot of earthquakes that normally happen within the Rift Valley itself. And this dissipation of pressure is always better than in some situations where the plates are moving towards each other. For example, in Europe, around the area of Turkey, the plates are moving towards each other and there's a buildup of pressure so that you may not hear earthquake for a long time, but when it happens, it's big and it's very devastating.